about somebody who is really wanting to communicate with you, but they are terrified because if they contact you, if they reach out, they don't know what your reaction is going to be. They don't know what your response is going to be. And they also feel like you might be able to kind of like see through them, especially if they're trying to convince you that they want to be in a relationship, but you know that they're non-committal. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member, as well as a link to my Etsy shop in case you want to have one of my candles. We're going to dive in with Under the Oak. Let's see what else we've got for you. The Lovers. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. We have the Lovers, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I love you and I want to be around you and I think you're like the coolest thing since sliced bread. But like I also really don't know about the like exclusivity thing or you know, only talking to you. That seems like kind of crazy. This is someone who drags their feet. They don't want to be in an exclusive relationship because that makes them uncomfortable, that makes them nervous. So we have this major choice they're trying to make, which is, should I reach out to you, even though I know I can't really offer what you're looking for, because I miss you, you know? Hello, Lemonade. How are we doing? What else? Eight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles in the reverse, and Judgment. I feel like you've chosen to focus on your work with the Eight of Pentacles. This person may have ghosted you, or you may have ended the connection with them because you could tell that they were not serious, but you have been focused elsewhere. I don't see you like looking over your shoulder wondering when this person is going to contact you. I think you're curious about what happened, but you look at it as, okay, well, they're just a King of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not interested in a long-term relationship, or they don't know how to manage those serious relationships. And if that's true, then rejection is protection. Things happen the way that they were supposed to, right? Hello, Bedford. How are you doing? I'm glad. I hope that means you got some good sleep. So we've got the Three of Swords. Ten of Wands. And the Sun. Yeah, see, the thing is they have difficulty being at a distance from you. They miss you. They want to be around your energy. It's addictive. But the problem is when they get close to you, expectations start setting in, or they have to start asking themselves, like, can I be in a relationship this time? And then they start freaking out and they Tommy boy the situation, right? So we have the Sun, because this is someone who's realizing or aware of the fact that you make them happy, but they don't know how to communicate it, or they're nervous to communicate it because then there are expectations that come along with that, right? They're worried, then they have to find some way to actually be monogamous or exclusive or committed, and they don't know if they can do that. We have the Star, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So it looks to me like you've accepted that this may not go anywhere. It did feel like there was some unfinished business here, but you're not in the business of like trying to convince someone to date you if they're not wanting to. So even though it made you feel a little bit vulnerable, or it was a bit painful to let go of this, I think you have accepted it. I think you have like looked at it for what it is. This is the Tattoo Tarot. What else do we have? Judgment, Strength in the reverse, and the Hierophant in the reverse. I want to make a decision regarding this connection, but the problem is I keep thinking about temptation, or I keep thinking about how much work it is to be in a relationship. I don't know, man. They got feelings for you. They want to be around you. They miss you, but they don't want to be like good to you. So I'm not really feeling bad for them right now, because it's like all they want is for you to like make them feel happy, or, you know, joyful or attractive. And then that's all they want. So that's, I don't know. It doesn't impress me. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the reverse. So I do feel like this is someone who in the past lied to you about who they were associating with or who they were spending time with, probably because they are afraid of commitment. Therefore, this is someone who walks away from communications that need to happen or conversations that need to happen, because they know that the answer or the truth of the situation is that they're disappointing you. They're not doing what they said they would. Hello, Sundar. Hello, Rick. What's going on? What else? 10 of Swords in the reverse. Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They cannot be in a committed relationship. This person does not know how to do it. But spending time to themselves, they also can't prevent thinking about you. They miss you. But if I go towards that person, then I know I'm just going to break their heart. I know I'm going to like ask for something and I'm still going to mess it up, you know? So they're trying to decide, is it worth it to come back around, to see you, to talk to you, because there's a decent chance you're not going to want to talk to them anyways. And there's a decent chance they won't get what they want. Okay. Let's get a few from the romantic Lenormand. What else do we have? What else? Crossroads, number 22. And the Sun, number 31. I told you it's a major decision. I want to reach out, but I don't know how. I want to reach out, but I'm pretty sure you would just like ignore me anyhow. But I want to tell you that you make me happy. You're the person that I want to be with. I'm addicted to your energy. But also, I don't think I can treat you the way that you want to be treated. Does that sound good? Yeah, does that work for you? No? Not so much? We have the Scythe, cutting somebody out. They're afraid of commitment, and they're also afraid that you might block them. Okay, so now that we know what you're into and that you don't know how to be in a relationship, then I think I can probably block you. Hello, Kingston. Hello, Shambhala. Hello, Micheline. Hello, Raziel. How are we doing today? Hello, X. Hello, See the Gray. What else? The Fox. Number 14. So, in order to figure out whether or not I should come back around and pursue some romance, I guess what I'm going to have to do is a little bit of sneaky reconnaissance. I'm going to do a little bit of spying. I'm going to see what's going on with your social media, maybe talk to a couple of your friends, and then I'll be able to decide whether or not I should actually contact you. Hello, Seven Wonders. How are you doing? What else do we have? The Princess of Pentacles, which would be the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is like long-term, right? The long-term relationship or building a life together. The Page of Pentacles is like starting something new. So I want to reach back out. I want to like contact you and let you know that I'm still thinking about you and say like, I want to pursue something, but don't ask me to like define it because I'm still terrified of monogamy. Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. I'm going to give this person some credit though, okay? I've been a little harsh on them because, I don't know, like, what you mean you want to talk to me but you're afraid of commitment? Like, figure it out. But this is somebody who has been addressing some of their healing. And I would have probably made the assumption that they weren't, but they have been doing something here to try to better themselves, and I appreciate and or respect that about them. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like when a player realizes that being a player for like 50 years is actually like kind of depressing. So we could have somebody who's acknowledging like at a certain point, it's not going to be a very good idea for me to continue to be afraid of commitment. At a certain point, like people are going to stop knocking on my door. People are going to stop like sliding into the DMs, right? So I got to ask myself, like, how long do I really want to avoid or run away from a relationship, especially when it's somebody that I can't stop thinking about? Maybe I need to like change how I view relationships. Maybe I need to grow up a little bit. Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have done it in the first place. Yeah, it's true. So this is someone who has been thinking about what they need to do as an individual to like level up, to grow up. Because this is someone who does not, at least in general, they're not great with self-control. They're not great with making the right decisions. They have given into temptation and they have given up very easily on things that should have been more important to them. And I do feel like they have prioritized the wrong things in relationships. With the Emperor in the reverse, this is somebody who wants to be able to get their way. And if that is one of your motivating, I don't know, pursuits, then you're probably not going to be that great of a person. They didn't want anybody to tell them they needed to change or like act differently. Hello, Joanne. How are you doing? What else? Prince of Cups, which would be the Knight of Cups, and the Prince of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So they show up, they want to have this new opportunity with you, or they want to communicate with you about how they feel. And I feel like you slap that down pretty quick, like. 5 of Cups in the reverse. To me, this is like, I'm not going to even waste much of my time, but I'm going to tell you what I think. Here's what I think. Okay, so how should we get what you think? We'll get this. This is the Untold Messages of the Heart. I'm glad to hear that. It's probably not too far off, Raziel. Hello, Steven. How are you doing? Fear. I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage. They want this relationship. They want to be with you, but they are afraid of commitment, so they find a way to ruin it every time. And yet, they've been thinking about you constantly. Please accept my apology so that we can move past this. Let's just forget about that time where I didn't care about your feelings and ghosted you, okay? They do want to apologize, and I do think that they're sincere. But they're still afraid of commitment, and they're trying to talk to you about feelings. So it's like, well, what do you want to do then? Meet every Thursday to talk about feelings, but not be committed? So I still have some feelings for you. Like, what are we doing here? Don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. So apparently they're answering my question, which is to say, I can't be in a relationship yet, but I'm feeling these feelings and I don't want to lose you. So I figured I would at least tell you that I'm feeling these feelings. I recognize these feelings, and I'm hoping that in a couple of weeks or months, maybe I can do something with these feelings. Please don't go. Signed, your ex. Don't give up on me yet. I want to see you. Clothing on or freedom? I can't be tied down right now. I have too many interests. Okay. Too many interests. Like too many phone numbers? Too many matches? Too many people that you want to like see naked? What's the reason here? Hello, daughter of Saturn. How we doing? What else? Foundation, established, family, security, escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away, and only you, devoted, attached. Great. Okay, so from the perspective of emotions, the only person I want is you. The only person I want or can imagine being with is you. But I get real nervous every time I get close to being in a relationship with you, so I run away and I'm scared. Leave me alone. Thank you for the tip. How's it going, Billy? Message from Anita. Awesome. Thank you, Billy. We are at 19 minutes, so probably about like 12, 13 minutes or so, and then I will start those personal questions, and you will be the very first one. What else do we have? We have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, and good time, and divine masculine. Yeah, I think someone wants to hang out with their yang out. What movie was that from, you guys? Look, let's just be very clear. We can have garden tools of any variety, okay? It doesn't have to be a masculine garden tool. But we have someone here who is still interested in playing the field or, you know, adding a few more notches to their bedpost. They're not ready to be in a commitment, in part because they like having those kind of like meaningless connections. So they have this resistance to being in a committed relationship, or this fear of commitment, which is maybe even really just, I've got so many thoughts about what I could potentially be missing out on. So if I get into a significant relationship, all I end up doing is thinking, yeah, but that person over there is really hot. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe I should stay single so that I can continue to get to know other people. Or maybe I should be a little bit secretive in terms of who it is that I'm connecting with, because it might be that that person's better than the person that I'm currently with. Fear of missing out will guarantee that you miss out. Just saying. If you can never be happy, then like, what are we really doing here? Learn to appreciate what's in front of you, and then life will be a lot easier. Oh, I'm sending you a big hug, Billy. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Hello, Outlaw. Hello, Devons. How are you doing? Let's get a few from the Gilded Reverie. What else do we have? The Compass, number 42. The Bridge, number 38. And the Clouds, number 6. They don't want to be fully honest with you about who they're connecting to or who they're connected to, who they're flirting with, who they might want to go out on a date with, who they're physically attracted to, or who's messaging them on social media. And if they're not ready for that kind of transparency, then I would argue they're not ready for a relationship, at least not a committed one. They want the stability and the happiness and the like comfort that goes along with a relationship, but they don't want to do the work that's associated with that relationship. So we have the Dice, number 39, and the Lilies, number 30. So I'm going to take my chance and go off on my own, because I would rather be single and not have to be worrying about whether or not someone is cheating on me than try to make a relationship work with somebody who doesn't know how to communicate their emotions or make it clear that I am their priority. So I feel like you end up blocking this person if you haven't already, or at least making it pretty clear that at this current stage, it doesn't seem like they're ready for a relationship. And I think that's true. This is the Hocus Pocus. Hello, Cindy. I hope you're having a good day. I do personal questions after the general reading with priority to those who tip or donate. You can also donate a membership, by the way. And that will probably be in about 10 minutes or so. So we have the Hierophant, the 5 of Lightning or 5 of Swords. There's that self-sabotage, and the 3 of Pumpkins or 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So I want all the benefits of the relationship, but then I really, really suck at doing what I'm supposed to do in that relationship. So, you know, on the one hand, I suppose we could be grateful that this is someone who's not trying to get into a relationship only to find out that they're bad at it. But this is someone who is, you know, like someone who sucks at zippering on the highway. When you're joining the highway and everyone's driving 70 miles an hour and you're over here with your 45 miles an hour, things ain't gonna go the way you want them to. This is somebody who is messing up the pacing. One minute they want to move really quickly, they want to get close to you. The next minute they freak out and they want to like not talk to you for 48 hours because they feel like you know too much. This is someone who doesn't know how to pace it correctly with you. and therefore they end up running away because they feel like they're going to lose their autonomy. 5 of Pumpkins or 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Candles. So I think you tell this person, thanks but no thanks, or you block them, or you communicate that it's maybe just not the right time. Maybe in 6 months, maybe in a year. But clearly this is not the right time for the two of us because they don't even know how to communicate their emotions, or they don't even know how to communicate who else they're dealing with. If they can't be honest with you about whether or not they have a roster, then what can you really build as far as a relationship? So we have the 3 of Candles or 3 of Wands, the 5 of Candles or 5 of Wands in the reverse, and the 6 of Lightning or 6 of Swords in the reverse. So you're just kind of like, I don't know what we would be going for here, you know? So you've got feelings, you've got emotions, you're attracted, but you also don't want to focus on me, and that's what I want. So if you want this and I want that, then I think we have to agree that we want different things and leave it at that, right? Right? Do you see the logic? Is that it? Yeah, does that make sense? Yes, of course it does. Because they don't want what you want. They just want you when they feel like wanting you. Oh, that's cute. This is the Golden Girls Tarot. What else do we have, please? That's true. Thank you, daughter of Saturn. I do very much so appreciate it when you like the videos, or if you're able to hype it, that's helpful as well. So we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, the 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups with the Page of Wands in the reverse. So this is someone who feels that they're in love with you, but they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to approach it. The problem is they're in love with how you feel or make them feel. They feel like relationship might actually be possible with you, but I don't know. It's like you would still feel you were asking them to do something that they didn't really want to do. I don't know that you would feel super confident in a relationship with this person because it would still feel to you like they were elsewhere, or that they were thinking about how life would be easier if they were on their own. Hello, Priyanka. How are you doing? Hello, Just Jokes. What else? We have the Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. This person's going to end up regretting how they approached things with you because it's like wearing jeans to an interview. Like, you could have demonstrated that you took this seriously through your choices and, I don't know, like worn a suit. You could have handled the conversation with more respect or been a little bit clearer with what you were saying, but they didn't. So they're left in this like regret. Like, I wish that I had communicated with you maybe like 2 weeks later after I had gotten some other stuff done. I wish that I had broken up with my ex, or, you know, told my situationship that things were done. But they seem to fumble this yet again, and you don't see much reason to leave it open for additional interpretation. Even though you say it's not the right time, I'm not sure that you're convinced that things would be better a year or 2 years down the road. This is someone who seems to be a little too cavalier with emotions or other people's feelings. So 10 of Cups in the reverse, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. You look at this as someone who would be wasting your time, and I think you are 100% right. I think they would be wasting your time. I don't think that they are serious about a relationship, and you deserve somebody who's going to be honest about that. All right, so this is the Overthinker's Oracle. What else do we have, please? Yep, I think you're going to block them. Thank you, Priyanka. Upcoming travel in May. With respect to career, finances, and peace in the new place. Career, finances, and peace. Awesome. I've added that for you. Thank you, Priyanka. What else do we have? I told you this person is not capable of commitment. If you are looking for commitment, if you are going to be committed to this person, then it's just not fair because they're not returning that same energy. Look, like, unless you into that. Dark attachments. This is someone who needs that external validation or needs to feel wanted by others in order to feel good about themselves. So that negative energy creates the spiritual blockages that make it pretty impossible to have a healthy relationship with this person. Nonetheless, they want to reach out to you. I want to reach out, but I don't know how. We got incoming communication because they're going to figure it out. They're going to decide, I can't risk it. I don't want to actually lose you. Even though I'm not the best at relationships, I got to at least try. The issue is they can't stop thinking about you or the naked time that you had. And I do feel like there have been multiple trolls kind of poking at this person, making fun of them for the emotions that they feel for you. I don't feel worthy of your forgiveness. And I'm afraid you will do me the same way that I did you. Look, I'm not a proponent of it, but if you were to cheat on this person after getting back together with them, I don't know that they would have anything to say about it because I still think they would have cheated on you more than you cheated on them. Still not the way to go about it. Just don't get messed up with them at all, right? They feel lost without you. And they also feel like there's not going to be any change here. Yeah, they feel like they've really lost you and that there is nothing that they can do to change that. These karmics are 2s and 3s and you're the one. And they're upset because they feel like you're the best that they've had or like the most important person they've met, and yet they're not going to be able to be with you because you can tell what they're really about. All right, let's move on to personal questions. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. We got Billy, and then we've got Priyanka up after that. So for Billy, what is the message from Anita to Billy, please? What is the message from Anita to Billy, please? Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the 9 of Wands. This feels to me like she wants to tell you how to avoid additional heartache. So I don't know if this is like, I'm giving you advice because I don't want you to deal with this again and I'm sorry I broke your heart. Or if this is someone who from like a different vantage point is watching what's going on for you and saying like, no, you're like leaving this open right here. There's vulnerability right here. You just have to address that and then things get better. But it's like she wants you to see more clearly how to get what it is that you want. And I feel like it has to do with romance. So what's the call to action? Hanged Man in the reverse, King of Cups, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So this seems to suggest that Anita believes that you have some change that needs to happen with regards to your emotions, how you process them, how you communicate them. There's something here with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. It's like you need to forgive someone from your past, or you need to have a really important conversation with somebody who has impacted your ability to connect with others in a meaningful way. So the call to action here, or the message, seems to be let go of something from your past. Forgive someone, or change how you view something, because you might be missing out, or you might have some loss coming up in your future if you don't deal with that first. Hello, Joao. How you doing today? Hello, Masonic. Hello, Jamike. Let me write down Joao's question real quick. What do you see happening between me and Raal in April? Awesome. I've added that for you. And Billy, I hope that was helpful for you. Let's see what we've got for Priyanka. For the upcoming travel in May, what does Priyanka need to know regarding career, finances, or peace? Regarding traveling to this new place, what does Priyanka need to know regarding career? Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's going to be someone who gives you advice regarding how to do well or be successful in your new place or doing your new job. And I feel like their advice would work for other people, but it doesn't work for you. Maybe it's because of gender, maybe it's because of age, maybe it's because of culture, but there's something here where it's like you need to take somebody's advice that has been given to you regarding your career and alter it slightly and take into consideration that there's something that needs to be filtered or changed for you, because I feel like the advice is tailored to someone else. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. To get both of those at the same time, I love that. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity, a major opportunity for you with regards to creative work or doing your work your way. So this is really positive. This is saying, like, lean in, take advantage of this opportunity, because it's going to have a really positive impact on your career. And what about on finances? Hierophant, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. With regards to finances, I do feel like there's security here, or you feel like you've got something figured out for a long term. However, there is also an unexpected expense that comes up, and I feel like it makes you a little bit nervous in terms of how to deal with it. Four of Wands, Five of Wands. But there is something that happens to enable you to, like, rise the occasion, or like you find the money in time to be able to pay the bill. You know what I mean? But with the Five of Wands, I do feel like you have to kind of like battle your way through this. And you might have to ask someone for help. You might have to ask someone to do some work for you, or to like borrow you some money. But we do have you figuring out what you need to in order to have finances be where you want them to be. It just requires you being a little bit scrappy, and I feel like you are perfectly capable of being resourceful, right? Hello, Boo. What's up? Did I say hello to Key Controller? What's up? And what about peace in the new spot? What does Priyanka need to know regarding peace? Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups. If something is murky or seems like an illusion, take the more reserved or conservative approach and assume that that's something that needs to be avoided. There are some dangers here that are lurking just below the surface, and I feel like you are pretty good at sussing that out, but be cautious. Remember to look at the world around you with that understanding that it could be slightly different from how it is that you actually see it, right? All right, I wish you luck, Priyanka. I think you are going to do really well there. So that's exciting. This is the Tarot of the Cat People. Let's see what we've got for Joao. What is going to happen between Joao and Raquel in April, please? We have the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Cups. I see an argument. I see some frustration over loyalty, feeling like someone is prioritizing the wrong things or maybe even like working too late, too hard. You put in a lot of effort, and I'm not convinced that she puts in the effort that she should. So this Eight of Cups, I feel, is you deciding that you deserve better than what she's offering. She seems to be indecisive or like not really putting forth much effort. It's like, well, I thought about you today and, you know, I expected you to be able to pick up on that. Wasn't that enough for you? You deserve, you know, flowers too, or you deserve someone who wants to look out for you or be kind to you. And I feel like she leaves you waiting, leaves you wondering, like, what's in it for me? Are you like just wanting me to obsess over you and that's what the relationship looks like? Or do you do anything to be kind or considerate or loving towards me? So there's an argument in April and you standing up for, you know, being treated like someone that is loved. And if she can't do that, then I see you walking away because you know your worth and you know you deserve better than that. Yeah. She might need a little bit more time to grow or like heal from certain things, but I feel like you are putting in more effort than she is. What are you talking about, Masonic? You want to clarify? It very well could be. Because, you know, I think we've had some negative influence from the friendship group, right? I believe in you, Joao. You got this. And thank you, everyone, for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.